Okay, everybody, welcome to Wasm Cloud Wednesday for Wednesday, December the 17th, 2025. I'm happy to be here today with Eric and a small group of community folks that are still here in December with the plague running around. Let me get the meeting agenda shared and we can get started. So right now in the community, we're in the midst of testing out RC5 for CNCF Wasm Cloud, which means new features, new docs, new consistency. This week, we're going to get started with Eric. If you want to maybe give us a tour of some of the new docs that really reflect some of the internal consistency changes we've been making for Wasm Cloud. Are you going to share your screen, Eric?
Absolutely. And yeah, I'll share my screen.
I'm going to need to give you privileges. There you are. You got the com.
Hey, I've got the power. All right. So, like Liam said, Wash RC5, release candidate 5, is out in the world now. And there are a couple things we want to flag here. First, as Liam was saying, uh, Lucas and Bailey have been doing a lot of work to try to refine the consistency in the way we use different flags, different arguments. Making sure that a term means what you would expect it to mean when we use it. And we've been updating command reference and the docs accordingly. And we'll take a look at that in a moment. But the big thing I want to flag that I think some users could stub their toe on is the way wash new works. So as we have here in this comment from Bailey on this PR, to reduce the scope for our MVP of Wash v 2.0, and this is reflected here in RC5, we're removing the templating feature until we can create and implement and test that in a really fleshed out way. So that means that the way Wash New works right now in RC5 is it's going to grab an example repo, a Git reference, and clone that down and you can use that as your starting point. So whereas you might previously have typed wash new and then gone through the little CLI wizard to walk through which language you're going to use, etc., now you're going to pull down something directly from a repo. And what that looks like here in the updated command reference is wash new and then the Git repository URL to use effectively as a project template. And then you can use the git-ref flag to adjust that reference with a branch or a tag or a commit to check out. And then you can use the name flag to define the project name and local directory that you want to create. So this has entailed, naturally, some updates also to our developer guide, which walks you through using Wash New. So we'll just run through the process really quickly for a Rust project to see what that looks like. So here, we're going to run wash new. We're pointing to this Git URL. We're going to use the name flag hello. So our project's going to be called hello. And then we're going to point to the subfolder examples HTTP hello world because this example is housed in the wash Git repo. So over here, we'll run that. It's going to clone our project down.
Eric, we can only see your browser. We don't see the your CLI.
Oh no, thank you for letting me know.
That's okay.
So share entire screen. Can you see my CLI now? Great. So you can see we ran wash new, pointing to the Git URL, name hello, subfolder example slash HTTP hello world. We clone that down. We've got our hello directory, and it's got everything you would expect. Or maybe not everything you would expect because we've gone ahead and updated our Rust Hello World example as well, which is worth pointing out. So we're now using the wstd Rust standard library for Wasm components in an effort to try to be as ecosystem aligned and centralized as possible. So let's take a look at that example as well. So you can see here now, We're now working with a couple of simple async functions, getting our hello from Wasm Cloud response. And if we go over and run wash dev, hello from Wasm Cloud. So this is our slightly revamped beginning developer guide experience with, as I mentioned, RC5. If you want to go kick the tires on this, experiment with it on a particular component example that you want to pull down and work with, we definitely love that. Love to hear from you. And that's about what we've got for the moment. Back to you, Liam.
Okay, Eric, thank you so much. A few community things to highlight this week, and we're going to call it a short meeting, and everybody's likely busy with holiday things. The Linux Foundation announces the creation of a new Agentic AI Foundation, where that's hosting three new projects. The first one is the Model Context Protocol itself, or MCP, as a standard, has now been donated from Anthropic to the AAIF. Goose, which is like a front end and platform for interfacing and building solutions around LLMs from Block, is donated, and the agents.md standard. I highlight that in the CNCF Wasm Cloud community because one of the things that we see a number of folks working with is the sandboxing MCP components that were open sourced and in the ecosystem. But Anthropic put out a great blog that talked about the incredible growth of MCP and the growing adoption. And then maybe just as the last call, I would point people back to Sandbox MCP for examples and walkthroughs of how to use this free framework for building MCP servers. The reason why this is such a good fit is, and it's what it's addressing is that the sort of non-deterministic I/O of LLMs creates a whole set of opportunities and a whole set of problems that need to be addressed, such as prompt injection, remote code execution, lateral movement, and ultimately data exfiltration. So with that, maybe we'll open it up to anybody in the community that might want to add anything or any questions or discussion items that we'd want to chit chat about today. Let's see, there's a note about in chat. We have a note about the wasmcloud.toml. Eric, do you want to answer that one verbally, if you don't mind?
Sure thing. So Aditya had the question. I don't see the Wasm Cloud TOML. Is that retconned or would that be included in the cargo.toml now? And it's a great thing to call out in Wash v1 in a template especially, you would probably have a wasmcloud.toml file setting configuration for your project. In version 2.0, config is something that is in the process of being revamped right now as we speak. But at the moment, there is no v1 style wasmcloud.toml. Right now, what you'll find in the .wash subdirectory is a config.json. But I want to note for everyone that that is definitely going to undergo some major changes. That's going to look a little different. We'll actually have multiple formats that users will be able to work with. So stay tuned. That's something we'll be speaking to in the coming weeks.
Yeah, and we have been doing a ton of internal, smoothing and polishing on the RC series, and Lucas and Bailey especially have really done yeoman's work if you're in on the commits. And I know there's some incredible community committers that have just been sending us stuff that has been phenomenal. I'd love to call a few of you out. I think Pavel, I'm not sure if you watch these or not. But I think you've had 5 commits landed in the last couple weeks. Aditya, obviously you're a huge committer along with the team over at Betty Blocks over there, and we really appreciate and really aspire and love building better together. So I think with that, we're going to wrap it up this week. It'll be a short community meeting. Next week, we will be on what's that? The 20. That's not Christmas Eve, is it? Is that when next week's meeting would be?
Yes.
We're gonna cancel that. All right. So next week's meeting is canceled. Nobody's coming in on Christmas Eve. I love WebAssembly, but I don't think anybody wants to be on this call on Christmas Eve. And then we'll pick up the week after that, getting ready to roll right into 2026. Okay. So if we don't see anybody on Slack, we wish you all happy holidays, and we hope you have a great week. Cheers, everybody. Thank you.